Right, welcome to the channel, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. I saw this yesterday. In fact, I was sent this over on Instagram, I believe. So thank you to everyone who sent that to me and the people on Twitter as well. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, it's just at Mr. H Reviews. A little bit more active on Instagram nowadays, I think. But basically, it's that whole kind of just drudging up people's past, really. Now, I don't have like a clear-cut opinion that I'm just going to give at the start like I normally do, you know, like I normally say, oh, this is nonsense or this is crap, etc, etc. Because I feel like this is slightly more nuanced. It's not massively. But again, it goes back to that whole kind of cancel culture and how cancel culture is really bad. It is. There's no way about it. Like, cancel culture is bad. And we've all done terrible stuff. Like, no one's, no one's sun shines out their ass. Like, everyone has done terrible things in the world. And, it's how we become better. You know, to remove someone's history, whether it be negative or positive, is detrimental to, well, to deny that is to be detrimental to your actual future. It's how we are better, right? Otherwise, you just run the risk of everything just repeating itself. So we'll dive into this today because I do think this is interesting and slightly more nuanced, I guess. Before I do that, guys, I am making a film. This is the poster to it. You can buy this. Actually, there's a link down below. Really high quality. Genuinely, I was very surprised myself. Again, that's kind of why I bought one, just to check the quality, but they are very good. And I'm crowdfunding for it. So all of that is linked down below in the description. If you donate $5 or more, you're in for a chance of winning a specialist prop weapon inspired by the film. All that is on the GoFundMe page, so check it out. We always complain about reboots, remakes and rehashes. Well, I'm trying to do something original, so support it. I'm writer and director, there you go. But let's dive into this, right? So the CW has fired the Flash actor Hartley Sawyer for derogatory remarks. Now, I do find this surprising because, you know, this is an actor that, well, look, it's the CW. The CW's fired him for starters, right? But there's lots of other actors that have been working under the CW that have done equal things, right? Like, I mean, I'm fairly certain I could find a lot of stuff that Ruby Rose has said. And I'm not saying that that's a reason why we should just go and cancel everyone. But at the end of the day, like, it can't be one rule for one and none for the other just because of, you know, the certain kind of remarks here and there, or they're aimed at a specific sector of society. That you start to lose your argument when you do that. So here we go, look, you know, the CW has fired the actor Hartley Sawyer, who played the elongated man on The Flash, for derogatory remarks. And the context behind this stuff always matters. It really, really does. Because I don't, like, again, we'll take a look at it, but context is everything, okay? The context is everything. And when we start to just deny context, you've got real problems, like real problems. Sawyer's firing comes after a viral tweet from Bunked and Jessie actress Sky Jackson wrote, "Hartley Sawyer, you've been exposed." So stunning and brave, love. So stunning and brave. So let's take a look. You know, what was said? What was actually said? Okay. So here we go. The saddest part about someone committing suicide is that they will never listen to David Bowie again. Okay. Date rape myself so I don't have to masturbate. That's funny. Super Bowl America. 80% of the prison population is African American. Super Bowl. I don't understand that. That's probably geographical. The other one is just kidding. I don't care and are fine, but sports often makes me snore. Okay, look, I can see that. Look, it's just edgy, isn't it? Really, out at dinner and just exposed myself as a racist again. The only thing stopping me from doing mildly racist tweets is the knowledge that Al Sharpton would never stop complaining about me. If I had a wife, I would beat the hell out of her tonight. As a lad, one of my favourite activities was kidnapping homeless women and cutting off their breasts. I think I could work in a tit factory and be pretty happy. Enjoyed a secret boob viewing at an audition today. I mean, look, it's just really edgy, right? I mean, that's all it is. You know, it's I don't know, it's just edgy humour. Like, it's quite boyish, to be fair. Some of it's funny, some of it's not. I don't really... I mean, look, it's again, the context matters, doesn't it? They're bad, but, you know, as if you've never said anything bad, right? Like, come on. You know, unless you are quite literally the Pope, and even then the Pope was seen slapping someone recently, you should probably, you know, shut the fuck up. Because everyone said something bad in their life. Like, context matters. The context behind this is very clearly jokes. They're not good jokes, mind you. Like, I don't think that they're particularly funny. There was one that was funny. The saddest part about someone committing suicide is they'll never listen to Bowie again. I find that quite humorous. But, you know, I've got a bad sense of humour, I guess. I don't really see the big controversy here. And also, Sky Jackson is just a dickhead at the end of the day. And I'm sure you've said some utterly horrendous things in your life. Absolutely, I'm sure. Again, you're not the Pope, right? And again, everyone has done distasteful things in their life. It's how we learn. It's how we become better. Has anyone ever heard of Catholic denial? Anyone? Anyone? Catholic repression? Anyone? Anyone? Come on. Behave. Like, this is just ridiculous. You know, in the world of cancel culture, you let this stuff go unchecked, right? You let this cancel culture just go completely unfazed with non-counter arguments opposing it. It's going to go real bad. Like, it will end up coming for everyone. And again, you know, I'm no saint. Like, I've done stuff which is horrendous. You know, we're not all the be-all and end-all. We're not perfect people. It's how you learn. You know, I spent a large portion of my teen years being just the most horrendous arsehole ever. Like, I'd start fights with people. It was awful. But upon reflection and in hindsight, I'm a better person for it. Because I can look back at those years and go, God, what an absolute dickhead I was. And anyone that I've come into contact with since that was from that period of my life, I have apologised to. Because I do regret my actions, you know? I regret being such an arsehole that I was. It's not nice. You shouldn't do that sort of stuff. You know, like, again, but if I just denied it, and I didn't reflect on it, I wouldn't be a better person, would I? I wouldn't be a calm individual. And I know that would probably make some people laugh, but you don't know what I was like. So it's one of those things that you know, it makes us better individuals. And no one can sit there saying that you're perfect, or you've never said anything that could be deemed by someone, okay, because remember, this is all just a matter of perception, that is distasteful and derogatory. Offence is not given, it is taken. You choose to be offended by something, or you choose to allow something to offend you, right? And it's dependent on what, you know, where you sit on that scale. And it's not even a sliding scale. Some people are offended on behalf of other people in this day and age. So this stuff here is a very slippery slope. It's not smart to do. It's really, really dangerous stuff. And it will lead to everyone being cancelled everywhere. Because there's just no reason why, you know, we just can't drudge up someone else's history and say, well, you're a scumbag because you said this. Cancel, cancel, cancel. And this is what I mean. Painting yourself as like some holier than thou, you know, person that can't be exposed. Sky Jackson. Like, they'll come for you as well. Just like they've done with everyone else that used to do this. It's well known nowadays. Bad times, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, so the statement that explained when he was firing, he said, was said, in regards to Mr. Sawyer's posts on social media, we do not tolerate derogatory remarks that target any race, ethnicity, national origin, gender, or sexual orientation. Such remarks are anti-ethical to our values and policies, which strive and evolve to promote a safe, inclusive, and productive environment for our workforce. Well, look, you have illegal hiring practices anyway, CW. You are literally only hiring someone from the LGBTQ community for your role as Batwoman. That's illegal. There's no two ways about it. That's illegal. If you were to do that, I swear, if you were to do that in the UK, I could take you to court. You know, you're not allowed to do that. So it's all a matter of perception, right? So, like, this stuff can quickly turn, can quickly flip on people, and that's why it is a slippery slope. Now, Aaron Wallace would release his own statement on Twitter, and he wrote, this morning, many of you learned that Hartley Sawyer will not be returning for Season 7 of The Flash. Concerning his social media tweets, they broke my heart. Why? Oh, they apparently made you mad as hell. Why? It's humour. It's not necessarily good humour, but again, some jokes are said by some people, and they're, you know, they're near universally praised and laughed at. But then you'll always have someone that finds offence to it. So why does it make you break your heart and make you mad as hell? Apparently they're indicative of a larger problem in our country. So you're going to jump on the race baiting bandwagon. Are you really? That makes you a scumbag. Wallace continued, because at present our country still accepts and protects the continual harassment, unconscious or otherwise, terrorising and brutalising of black and brown people, which is far too often fatal. That's why our country is standing up once again and shouting enough and taking to the streets to bring active change. Right, look, that's such bollocks. It's such bollocks. If you were really that concerned about the apparently terrorising and brutalising of black and brown people, look, at the end of the day, you would be marching out there in absolute fortitude against black on black, brown on brown violence, which is actually the majority of that. Like, that is, statistics don't lie, right? Like, that is what it is. The facts, the actual facts don't bear it out. And this is why this whole, BLM movement is just nonsense. Because you can dismantle it in seconds. Oh, okay, so you don't want this then. Oh, okay, right. Well, David Dawn died, and he was killed by a black person. So, where's the outrage? No? Oh, because it doesn't fit the purpose of, of race baiting, does it? No, of course not. This is just such trash. And it's transparent to anyone with half a brain. And there'll be people that will dislike this video as a result of what I've just said. And boo-hoo. Fuck off. Sad, but it's the truth. Go away. Don't come back. I don't want racists here. And the fact that you're denying this and pinpointing it all on white people, that's a form of racism. I know, shocking to hear, but it is the actual truth. This is just all, it's all nonsense. Like, it really is. I too am committed to bringing permanent change to the work environment here on The Flash. Yes, this is a family show, but it's all for families. But it's for all families. That includes black and brown ones. What he said wasn't, I mean, it wasn't, what was he doing? What did he say that was horrendous? Like, what was it? Just some bad jokes. Learn from it. Now, like, this will probably only perpetuate, well, this will probably actually make him hate people now. Because he'll probably never get work again, and he's just been outed as something that he's not. Like, very clearly, he's clearly not actually being racist, is he? Like, they are just jokes. And jokes are a form of, some people will say jokes are a form of violence. Like, get real, mate. If someone came and actually gave you a slap, what would you do then? Would you just crumble and cry? I mean, there's videos of these plebs on the streets bleeding and getting tourniquets because of literally a scratch. Honestly, utter joke. The whole thing's a joke, right? This is all a joke. And he continues just to race bait, and it really is. This is all race baiting. And the moment you say, well, hey, look, Black Lives Matter, where's your outrage at all of the homicides committed, again, statistically speaking, only by X, Y, and Z, on X, Y, and Z? Where is it? No? Oh, okay. Because it only matters when it's perpetrated by someone of a different skin colour. That's racism. I'm sorry, but it is. And there is no way you can... It's textbook. You can't argue with it. And if you comment down saying you disagree, I don't give a fuck. It is racism. I'm sick to death of it. It's utter trash. The whole thing is a hypocrisy. And they absolutely... These idiots that are virtue signaling for it, they'll come for you as well. They don't care about you. They'll come for you. Their aim is just to dismantle society. Defund the police? Smart. Smart move. The funding of the police goes on a sliding scale of violence and aggression. Especially in the UK, we're calling for that now. Yet those same people were rallying against the Conservatives for apparently the lack of funding of the police force. So, well done. They'll come for you. They don't care. When there's no police there, they'll come for you. They'll rob you. They'll kill you. Because these people, these, anarchists, because that's what they are, they don't care. They're behind this movement. They are hiding behind this movement as something. Yeah, they're operating in bad faith. They don't care. And anyway, they're so old as well. 2011, 2014. Like, really? Grow up, mate. Like, it's just, it's just bad jokes. Like, they're not funny. Who cares? Another he writes, things only women should be in: twilight screenings, gynecologists, offices, and Porsches. I mean, look, misogynistic jokes. like, hammered up. Like, some of it's funny. Like, who cares? Like, just grow up. Like, it's really not a big deal. But this stuff's trash. Like, it really is trash. Clearly, no one on set thought he was a racist, did they? Clearly. Clearly they thought he was fine. Because very clearly the context behind it was all jokes. I got nothing else to say on this. He apologises. He's got nothing to apologise for. They don't care. They're going to come for you time and time again. There's no need to do any of this. There's no point. Aha! I'm white. I've got white privilege. Alright then. So brave. So woke. Get real, mate. Get real. I could throw out so many statistics that just dismantled this entire argument non-stop. The whole thing's an utter joke. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I've said some stuff which will definitely put some people off me. I am aware. But before you all just ban the terminology racist around and stuff like that, please don't. Because it really just, it loses its meaning when you just throw it on people that are not racist. Like there are, I message people, black daily, like it's such a garbage argument. And it's such a hollow argument as well. You don't know me. Nothing I've said here is racism. So to brand it around is just utter trash. It's such an ignorant thing to do. It really is. You know, if these lives mattered, right? If all this Black Lives Mattered properly, stop doing this in the most inclusive and accepting and encouraging part of the world. Piss off to China and do it. Do you know why? Because they can literally have signposts in their shop saying no blacks. That's actual racism. Go there. Don't do it here. In the most tolerant part of the world. Anyway, take care. And I'm sure I'll lose some subscribers for this. But swings and roundabouts, eh?